Hey, Arthur of Gaming here. We have another one in my series of Wizkids board games, and this is Age of Dirt. This is a very interesting game. It's a worker placement game of sorts, not high in strategy. So if you're a very high strategy kind of person, this might not be your game. But I think this would be a really good game for introducing new people to board games and really get new people hooked and get them into games. So it's a worker placement game of sorts, as I said. So you start the game with 4 guys. And on your turn, as this says here, you can take 1 or 2 guys and place them in a spot. You can bring back all your guys, or you can spend your resources. So what that means is, every turn you take 1 or 2 guys, you can place them in one of these places. So there's the forest. When your guys come out of the forest, you get either a wood or a berry. That's what that side means. This is the plains, and when they come out of there, you can get a pelt or a fur for them. And this is the mountains. Now in the mountains, you can get the herbs, which are the little green things, or as you see on top, basically for every 2 guys you have, you can get 1 stone because stones are heavy. The other place is the love tent. So my wife and I love this. We were cracking up at this one. So this one, when you put your guys in there, if you come out of the passage, which we'll see in a few minutes, if you have 2 guys, they make another caveman. Now, here's where the twist on the worker placement comes. So on your turn, you put your guys in these places, right? So boom, I'm going to put these guys over in the forest, and let's say someone else goes, and then I take the other 2 guys and I throw them in here. Now, on my turn, I can choose to, instead of, remember, 1 to 2 guys, you can place them, or you can call them back. So I can choose to call my people back from the forest. Now, the big thing about this, as they say in the book, cavemen are both stupid and they're lazy. So when I try and get my guys from the forest, I now put them in the passage. So here's this thing called the passage, right? And what it is basically like a dice tower, except some of the things inside can stop your guys from coming out. So if I drop guys in, look, only 1 guy came out. So I chose forest, 1 guy came out, I get 1 of the things. So I get 1 wood or I get 1 berry. If later on, let's say I take the mountains and I go to throw the mountains in, if 3 guys come out, I then get 3 things in the mountain. So basically that 1 guy I put in earlier to go to the forest was either stupid or lazy or got lost or something and ended up coming out for the mountain. Now here's where I say that it's not as much on the strategy side because there's a little bit of luck involved in when things come out. However, at the beginning of the game, you have these other 2 things called, you have a spear and you have a drum. When you start the game, you get 1 of them to be active and 1 to be inactive. And you can use wood to build them and fix your drum or fix your spear. And I'll explain what the spear does in a minute. So let's just say, let me see if I can get some guys stuck. Hang on a minute, let me throw these guys in here and see if I can get some guys stuck. I can't seem to get any guys stuck, of course. Okay. So there should be 3 guys in the tower. I've thrown 4 in, and only 1 have come out total now. So if I really want, let's say, forest, and that's what I'm on, and I really want more forest, I can flip over my drum. I can take this drumstick right here, yes, actual big drumstick, and I can hit the tower on one of these 3 areas, 1, 2, or 3. And by hitting there, I get 3 swings. I can hit, I can hit, I can hit, and what do you know, some more guys fell out. And then after hitting, get to choose what to do with my 3 guys, which in the forest case is take wood or berries. So that's what the drum and the drumstick are for. The spear is for, the game starts with, in the plains, there's a tiger in the plains. So anytime you go in the plains and take your guys from the plains, there's also a tiger that gets thrown in the tower. And if the tiger comes out when there's people out, you lose, each person whose color comes out loses 1 for the tiger unless you flip over your spear from that side to that side. Now, that's a good thing to point out too while I'm mentioning it. When the guys come out of the tower, just because I'm in the forest and I'm drawing the forest stuff out, whatever colors come out of the tower, those are the people that also get to do the forest. So even if it's not your turn, you get to take resources because your guys fell out of the tower. In addition to this, you have your board. Your board can hold 4 resource spaces on it. If you spend a stone, you can flip your board over to the same thing on this side, but it has 6 resource spaces on it. At the beginning of the game, there are some clan cards you get to draw. As you see, there's a resource cost up in the corner on how to pay for the cards. And then these are all things like they have bonuses. Like this one says, Hirsute. The little swirly thing there means it's a power that stays out. And it says you may spend for as any other resource. Now, the object of the game is to get 10 rock stars. There's one. There are also more technologies in this game that have stars on the bottom of them. So what you're trying to do is collect resources. And remember, as one of your 3 actions, you could place guys, call guys back, or spend resources to do things. And this is one of them. So I could spend a wood and a fur, and I could play this guy. You lose a clan member, and if you cannot, you cannot build it, and it gives you two stars. In addition, there's a board in the middle of the room, in the middle of the table, that has everybody's extra guys on them. Once all of your guys are off the table, there's a rock star. So that's one way to get another star to try and win. In addition, in the deck, there are events. And this one is, for instance, remember I said that there was a lion and a bear, or a tiger and a bear. This one is to put the bear cube into any area. When it falls out of the passage, everyone loses 1 clan member, which also fell out. Use the spear to protect your clan. So it becomes just like the tiger. So that ends up falling out of the tower just like the tiger does, and you lose people unless you have your spear, which you can flip over. Now the other bonus is when you are the person who chooses when to gather people back, there are bonuses. When you gather back from the forest, you see you can repair your spear or your drum just for free because you're the one pulling your guys back. The plains, no sort of bonus, nothing. The mountain, it only takes 1 person to bring stone back when you're the one pulling the mountain. And for the love tent, you automatically get one guy in addition to whatever people fall out of the tower. So that's the basics of Age of Dirt. You're trying to get 10 rock stars by doing all these things, like making the fireplace gives you 3, for instance. And as soon as you get to 10 rock stars, the game is over. Plays pretty quick. It's about a 45 minute game. And like I said, I think it'd be a really good game for introducing new people to board games. It's a little more than your basic board game, but still not too difficult. Maybe even be pretty good for some younger kids. So this is Age of Dirt. It's by Wizkids Games. As always, please like and follow me on Instagram at the Arthur of Gaming, and also follow my Instagram or my YouTube account and like this video. Make some comments. Let me know what you think, and also subscribe to my YouTube. And I'll be putting up more and more videos for you guys on various games and gaming accessories. Be safe out there.